but we help them to become happy. And I learned this from an Englishman who was one of the richest in England at the age of 25. He owned a Ferrari, his Porsche, his BMW. He went to school to work on choppers, but he decided at 25 that he was very unhappy despite all the material things he had, because the world was not getting better and he was making a lot of young people addicted to video games. So he sold his business and started to give his money away. And the first time he came to the Philippines, and he donated 700 homes to the homeless. And he said that I can never go back to England because this is where I found my happiness. And I said, why? He said, when I was in England, I made all that money. It gave me pleasure, but it did not give me happiness. And I realized that there is a difference between pleasure and happiness, because pleasure comes with a price tag. It's what you can buy. And he bought his brand new Ferrari. After 6 months, it was no longer brand new. There was a latest model. So he was very unhappy with the Ferrari he bought. And so pleasure always is about the best vacation, the biggest condo, the biggest mansion, everything that comes with a price tag. And so many people sell their soul for pleasure. But happiness is about relationships that you build. And oftentimes we even sacrifice our family for pleasure. So we want the best paying job, which also upsets the equilibrium within our family. And so we realize that happiness is the relationship that you have with your parents. Happiness is the relationship that you have with your friends, when you try to bring out the good in each other by giving the best of yourself. But when you're just going for pleasure, then you just go for the money, and you can be a very unpleasant person. You can be a mean person. You don't make a positive contribution to the people around you. But if you want to be happy, use your time, your energy, your talent to make the people around you happy. And so it took the French all the way to go to the Philippines. I was amazed when I was in Strasbourg 4 years ago, when Sarkozy was still president. And there was a girl from Strasbourg who said that the happiest moment in my life was when I was in the Philippines with Gawad Kalinga, and the saddest moment when I had to come back to France. And what is it when you have luxury, when you have all the opportunity, you have all the pleasures, how come people are not happy? Because that pleasure comes with a price tag. And it puts pressure, it puts stress on you. And that's why it's always about risk management, managing your risk. You lose the sense of adventure. You lose the sense of joy. And the greatest gift that the French that ever gave to us when they come as interns in the Philippines, they discovered their happiness and shared that happiness with us. So if you read this book, written by Tom used to write for Newsweek. And he used to be happy in the English pubs, drinking beer. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And that was his problem, because when I told him, stay in the Philippines, discover happiness among the poor, discover the genius of the poor, learn to love the poor, and he said, heck, I don't even know how to love my girlfriend, how much more the poor. And that's the problem of the world. They do not know how to love. And to me, the greatest learning is learning how to love, learning how to care, learning how to be kind, discover the power of kindness. And that's the source of happiness.